Okay. Here's a demo of the rotator app I've been working on. So we start with a benchy model that if anyone goes to the URL, which is mindcubby.com/apps/3D/rotator, the first thing you'll see is benchy, and so I can just, let's see, clear build plate. Alright, so this is empty, and I can load benchy. That. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload one of my models. Let me make sure the stream is working. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do a popsicle. Let's do the double open, and we're going to say create new plate. You can manage files here. You can also export and upload in a zip file, which would have all of the settings and the STLs. But we're going to create a new plate, and I'm going to do level and reframe here. So now we've got our popsicle. Let's set some colors up. So we'll do the pop part, and we're going to do gumball, which is just pink. And I have model sync for background. Typically that's going to be on auto brightness, so let's do that. And I'm going to make the shade a little darker for the actual model itself. And before I go further on that, I'm going to change the color of the sticks. Alright, let's see. And I'm going to pull up my dev mode. Anyone can do this. This is just going to show the frames per second. And since this is a new app, I've been keeping track of this. If there's those little freezes, I can go in and try to troubleshoot it, especially depending on how low the frame rate drops. But because I'm streaming right now, that probably does affect it, but either way, let's keep going. So, alright, we don't want the sticks to be super glossy, so I'm going to dial that down. I think it's a little too yellow right now, and so what I'm going to do is tweak this guy. Oh, there we go, I like that. And a new setting is to change shade processing between HSL and HSB, and that's so that when you change the shade, oh, we got a drop there, 44. HSB tends to be a little less saturated, whereas HSL, when you drag the shades, it's a little more saturated and maybe a little lighter, but I like this one, so I'm going to leave it here. And I think I already know, I just was messing with this, that I want contrast up, but I can do a quick demo to show. A little subtle, but I like that. Let's see, ramp up the shadow intensity. I'm going to move the shadow like this. I think that looks kind of cool. And you can select on the model by clicking on it or through the model picker here. And then also from here you can do multi-select, where you can make all the changes to all models at once, or to a few if you want. But I'm not going to do that right now. Alright, let's see. I want more contrast, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go into custom, and I'm gonna change the background. Let's see, another frame drop. I might be trying to process it too fast while I'm doing this, so I might need to update it, but alright. Let's do a single click, that might be better. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like to play around until I find something that feels good. So there's something about that. I almost want it to be maybe a little more color. I could sample from here. Oh, I'm gonna steal this for now and pause, and then I'm gonna try to sample and see how this works. Let's see that with auto brightness off. I like the look of it, but I really like the other one better. So I'm gonna switch it back to that like kind of grayish color. Let's see. And I'm gonna add the feature for saving colors. That's been on the list for a while, and now I'm really feeling like I want it. Kind of like that. I'm gonna change the saturation to, alright, let's see, we're gonna hit space, and that'll keep it spinning. Ooh, you know what we can do? Let's do a slow spin for this. Do a super slow spin. And while I do that, I will show real quick a bunch of changes recently made. So when you go to export, now you can choose a range of resolutions. So now you can export super high res, and you can choose a really high frame rate, and it will actually go in on my Mac when I open it in QuickTime. It will show as like a slow motion video, which is, I don't know, kind of cool, but I didn't realize it would do that. So yeah, so a 30-second video at 240 frames per second. This is 1080 by 1080. Let's see, ultra. According to my estimate, this would be 3 gigabytes. I don't know for sure if that's actually how large it will be. I've been working on making the estimate as accurate as possible. I wouldn't recommend it that high anyways, but I have it in there because this is kind of, I see it as a pro app, so it's in there. 5 seconds, half a gig. Oh, it's a GIF, so yeah, half a gig. That, I mean, it's a huge, that 5 seconds at 240 frames per second is huge. So let's see, 90, 60, 30. But you can do it as low as, let's see, yeah, like 2 megs for that. And I'm not going to export it right now. But let's see, we could do a video as well. Definitely not going to be as large, nowhere near. So while I'm here, you can export it with or without background. Same goes with the images. I have it set to auto pause when you change it, because you can't export a animated PNG, and so I didn't want that to be confusing. You can hit play. It won't export it in animation, but you can use it to spin something around and get an angle you like. And you can use the D-pad here to snap the positioning. We can do this one as well. This is going to level it and reframe it. So if we move it like this, we can center it and then recenter it however we want. You can totally move this around, get some kind of cool angles. Let's put the background in. I think that's kind of neat. Let's go in and, oh, that would be a note to self. Clicking the model. I would expect it to close. Oh, it's supposed to close, but let's see. It's supposed to do that, but anyway, click the model and maybe it would even open up the color picker. Alright, so I like this angle. I think this is kind of cool. I am going to hit save. It's going to download the zip. I'm just going to save this one. And I'm going to export a PNG as well. And let's hide that. And we can just hit save. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to hit escape, and I want to get more contrast in this. So let's see. I doubt brightness. I'm going to leave that in the middle. I like the light position. I can up the shadow intensity. Actually, the contrast for this, I guess it depends on the model, but this actually looks better, I think, like this. So I'm going to do that. Let's get it spinning again, and we'll do 15 for this. So it's not too fast, but it's also not absurdly slow. All right, keep going. We can make this a little glossy. Maybe too glossy. Let's see. I kind of like that. I like that. That looks nice. And I'm gonna play around with the shade of these again. Yeah, that's way too yellow. Let's make it a little more red. And let's try 150. That's a little much. No, we're gonna drag it. Oops. Okay, so it's gonna be model sync, and then we're gonna change the model color. And let's see. It's kind of neat. I did not mean to change the background, so I'm going to change the background. I actually don't remember what it was, but I saved it, so we're going to upload it as a zip, and it's going to be in the folder down here. And I'm going to guess it's this one. There. So I've reloaded that. Keep that spinning. That was an older one, actually. All right, let's see. We're gonna make this, give this a little more gloss, and let's see. Brightness, light position. One thing I found is the more I use it myself, the more I want to make changes and make it better. So consider this selfish live stream in that I'm doing this partially for myself. All right, I want to change the popsicles. Here's a note. As I'm thinking about this, there's a slight sense that clicking model sync right now is gonna select the popsicle sticks, which it does, but it selects it for the background. And the only issue that I'm noticing myself is if I click model sync, I think I lose custom because it's going to set custom to model sync. I'm not going to do that right now. In fact, let's hide this. But I'm saying it out loud. I'll plan to look back at this. Whether or not I do, we'll see. All right, popsicles. Let's change the stick. Yeah, I'm gonna change this guy again. And let's see. That's okay. Let's see. We're gonna drop the contrast down to there. Let's see, highlights. I don't need that right now. Shadow intensity. Let's dark. light position. If we uncheck this, the light is going to stay fixed. I don't use it very often, but it's an option, and maybe I'll move it to the advanced settings at some point, but for now I'm leaving it there. Oh, light height, I want to change that because I like to make it, there. I like to make it more exaggerated, like that. These are still bothering me. Let me see. Oh, that's better. Okay, I like that shade. Ooh, so here's something we can do. I'm gonna just grab it from here and then go to the middle. So now it's in the middle of the new color, which is a sample of the light version of the old one. All right, and we're not gonna do glossy popsicle sticks, but I'll show it. Sometimes I found that depending on the type of model and the color and angle, it may or may not actually look glossy, but if you change this, it's going to become pretty apparent that it's glossy. So I made this control where you can just one click between these. It's a new thing I've been working on, and you can also drag it. Same thing. It's just intended to be an easy way to quickly get to like these set jumps. It looks like I saved my I exported this STL with a little gap. I will probably change it myself, but that's not a model problem necessarily. All right, there's some green in here to me, like I'm seeing a little bit, so I'm gonna go in and try to let's actually see if I change this to like 200. Actually, I can't remember. 100. Yeah. Okay. So 195. That's better. I like that. You can keep changing that, but I think that's okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go a little lighter. There. Okay. So what do we want to do next? Let's go to export and see how this would look. I feel like it's missing something. I feel like I could bring it to life more. Let's bring in the surface and see how that goes. So what I'm gonna do is change this to circle, and I'm gonna increase the size of the build plate by a lot. So we're gonna go and I'm gonna type. Oh, I need to fix that because it does something weird. Oh, it looks like 500 is my max right now. What happens if we go and do this? Oh, okay. So let's see. 500, and then this we're gonna change to 80. Oh, that's does not seem to actually work. So there, we'll do 500. Okay, that's kind of a cool angle. I kind of dig that. Let's see, now if we exported it, this is what it would look like. Zoom in a little bit. Background color is not my favorite. I'm gonna change it. Let's go back and change that. And let's see now. I can sync to the model, do auto brightness, which is going to match the surface. If I turn off auto brightness, then we can get it. Ooh, there we go. I like that. That's kind of cool. A little different, which makes me want to then, we're going to do the same for surface, but I want this to be lighter. So I'm going to go into custom, and I'm going to set the color to right here. So that's going to go lighter. I could do it again. Let's see. Like that. And it's going to go lighter again. Too light now. So let's go Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. Is that a bug? Oh, might have found a bug. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. Let's get export. I want more contrast. I want it to stand out more. Let's see. Okay, kind of like that. That highlights. Look at the top and see that the highlight for this model is really just it's pretty subtle, but I'm cool with that. Let me see, contrast. Just play around with it. Yeah, middle light position. There. It's bothering me. I don't like the color of the popsicle sticks. Let's see. There. And we're gonna match a little lighter. Okay. Fine with that for now. Pause. Alright, let's just do a quick export of this. Oof. See that? I don't like that. There's a weird contrast going on with these in the background right now. So I could go darker, I could go lighter. That's interesting, but maybe we change the background color. I'm gonna try the background color. Let's change it to, we can change it back to, we can change it to, oh, is that a bug? Model sync? Oh yeah, that's a bug. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, even though I'm already recording, but, okay. There, that's what it actually is. And then, those might be set up. I need to reverse them or something. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Let's see. Alright, I like that, and I don't hate that. Let's keep it spinning so we can get a sense of how it's gonna look. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, kind of a fan of this. Should the popsicle be, let's see, a little more matte? No, I kind of like that. Change this guy. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. Okay, I'm gonna export the project. Let's do this there. Save that, and let's play around now with the colors a little bit more. Let's have some fun with it. So, let's do grape. What is grape actually? Like that maybe? I'm gonna keep the, let's see. Let's shade. That's kind of cool. Let's do a quick export. We're gonna do an MP4 and 1080 by 1080 and 90 frames per second. Export. And export's been going pretty quick, which is good. So that's done. Save. Okay. And let's go into like a classic, and I'm going to change the background to model sync. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. The model, the background in the preview and the thumbnail is showing as the popsicle, even though it's not. You can see the shade is matching the popsicle sticks. So the model sync is the popsicle sticks. This background should actually be the kind of beige color. If I open it, that's what it's supposed to look like. And if I select it, yeah, I'm surprised that's, let's see, not updating, so I need to fix that. But this looks kind of cool. Let's see, we're gonna go into shade. Oh, it's not shade. I meant to do, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Let's, I'm gonna pause, center, like this. I'm gonna hit export, and I'll keep it at 1080 for now. And we're gonna hit export. And then what I'm gonna do going forward is I am going to change some of these, and then I'll keep exporting them, and then I'll make a video of them. So when you start an export, it's going to export based on the location that it is in the preview. And so that's part of the reason why the center and reframe is great, because you can be consistent. Like I can zoom in right now, and we're all zoomed in, but if I center it and export it, it's going to start at the exact same spot, which means they will loop seamlessly. And so I'm going to do that again for the next one. So let's go in, and we're going to change the hue. So if I slide this over, let's see. The question is, do any of these look good? And I think, you know, the red looks good at this saturation, but the rest are, the lightness is not my favorite. So let's change this. I think 80. Oh no, that's lighter. I always forget. 30. Let's see. So if we change this to HSL, put that in the middle. All right. I think it's not the color I want, and it looks brighter there, but I'm gonna try to proceed anyways. Let's go back. We're gonna center again. I might change the order of these as well. Okay, play. And yeah, I want it to get like a bright yellow. I don't know why. Let me try something else. All right, yeah, I gotta look into this, because it's not what I want. When I was working with, was it Claude or Codex, I kept telling it, I'm like, the preview is bright, the color is bright, and the model's not, and it was trying to tell me that it's a perception thing. It's like, you don't have perception. It's a weird thing to hear from a bot, but that's what we've got to work with. I mean, I don't hate the color, but it's not what I wanted. I want it to be brighter yellow. But I'll leave it for now. Okay, background and okay, so right now background sync is showing, it's actually showing the popsicle here, but it's actually not. It's the stick, but I'm going to switch to that. Oh, that's for the surface. We're going to do the same for background. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Anything else I want to change before I export a yellow one? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Let's see. Oh. Custom. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yellow. Huh. Ooh, I might have found a bug. I'm gonna change the background to black. Does that change? Oh, that's very weird. Well, I just stumbled upon something that I think that's a cool shot, so I'm gonna save that. Export. One of my favorite parts of design like this is stumbling upon something. Let's call it a happy accident, because I feel like that's textbook happy accident. All right, that's kind of nice as well. That's nice too. All right, we're gonna export this as well. Now these are gonna be videos. I'm gonna do a PNG. I'm gonna do a super high res, and we'll do mobile size and export. Save, and then I'm gonna hit save project, and this is gonna save all the settings and files, so it can be re-uploaded. Let's hit play. Yeah, like that looks. I think that looks kind of sick. Let's see. So right now we've got pure black, and I need to update this so that it changes, or so that the color picker comes up. But anyway, what if we change it to be a little bit of color? I don't know. Yeah, I thought it might freeze if I drag. All right, let's see. I want just a touch of color. You're not even gonna really notice it, but it's there. Let's I'm gonna sample. Let's see, a dark spot, and then I'm gonna go in and just go super dark, but it's gonna be. I don't hate that, but I kind of want it to be more purple. Ooh. Okay, I like that. Alright, keep playing with it, because I like doing this. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's see. We can change, let's just, now that I've got other things set, ooh. Center that. Shadow looks kind of weird, but the rest of it's nice. If we drop this, oh, then we lose some of that. Some of the angles, I can see some decent contrast, but then right here, it looks a little flat. I don't like that, so I'm gonna bring the shadow back in and move it to my happy place, which actually, that looks kind of cool. Let's see, play, and center, and export MP4, like I was doing before. So export, save. Okay. Oh yeah, let's see. That said 14 megs. This is saying 22. It was 14. I'd rather go in that direction, so I'm okay with that, but I'll have to look into making it more accurate. All right. So I enjoyed looking at this. Like, I'm finding this to be just nice to look at, which is honestly the purpose of it. That is the purpose of the model itself. It's just like things that are nice to look at. I like having fake popsicles, you know, on my desk, or an ice cream cone, or a vase or something that was made like of a color, like a bright color or something. Vase, maybe not the best example, but yeah, I'm really digging this one. All right, so I'm going to export it again because I want to make sure I have exactly the one I want, and I'm gonna do a new one. So let's go in and hit upload, and we're gonna do yep, that weird tags stl. Okay, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do the ice cream because I think that's fun. Ooh, well, let's do a scoop for now, and create a new plate. Oh, it looks like this was exported differently. This was exported for printing, not for the rotator. And I could open it up, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll just do the soft serve instead. So STL there. And oh, there's a good chance this is not going to look good either. No, I didn't think so. I didn't tag the right one. Let's see. Do I have it in here? Of course, rotator. Okay. Soft serve cream floating. I know what that is. I'll open all of it up. Open and create new plate. So we have two models, and what we can do is we can hide one of them. So I'm going to hide that one. So this one is to show a demo of what the models, sort of the assembly is. So this one I've got the threads, so this twists into the cone, and we're gonna set the color of the cone. Oh, yeah, that was actually pretty good. First, how's that? And then the ice cream, I can do one of my presets. I'm going to change the surface color to the cone, and turn auto brightness on. Let's see. Because the shade is already low, auto brightness uses the lightest one, and so if I go like this and then say turn auto brightness off and then go into the middle, you're going to see the same bright color, but auto brightness is going to drop it down. I'm going to cheat and actually copy the lighter color, although that's a little pale. How's that? And we're going to make this more matte. And for the sake of this, I'm going to remove this guy because I think it looks, I'm just going to delete it, a little odd. And then with this, show it again. And we have a vanilla cone. I don't know if I love the background surface right now. Let's remove it. Okay. Whoops. Center. I want to give this a touch of gloss. I think that looks kind of cool. Still like this background color. I'm gonna pause it and center and export this one. Oh, enter doesn't export, so I'll need to update that. Export. Save. Let's see. So, spinning again. How about chocolate? And a little gloss. Oh wait. Yep, that's right. Let me see. There's like a way too much of a difference, I think, between 5 and 4. I might need to tweak that. All right, I'll leave that for now. I don't know if the other lighting. Oh, you can't see it. That's funny. Lighting position, height. Yeah, the chocolate with this background is not. I'm not loving it. Let's see. Do that. Auto brightness. Wait. Build plate. Let's sync the build plate to the chocolate. Background is going to go chocolate, and then turn off auto. Let's see. I'm going to reverse those and see how that looks. I don't hate that shot, but I want to keep going. I find that to be kind of cool. Let's see. Freeze a little bit. Center. So sometimes I'll also look at like how this would look if you change the way it's rotating by right click drag to the side, and it's going to pivot around the build plate. Let's see. That's making me dizzy, so I'm going to change it back to this, and I'm going to change the direction. Interesting. Did that just change the speed? Weird. Tilt doesn't make sense for this. Wobble doesn't make sense for this either. So do that. We can try something different. We can do 15 seconds with a 90-degree range, and it's going to rotate. Let me reduce it so you can get a better sense of it. It's going to kind of like a pendulum, I guess. But the range I want more. More of a range. Oh wait, less of a range. I mean, there. Alright, let's see. Brightness. Alright, let's change the surface finish. I'm going to try this, see if I can get this to work the way I would want. Let's see. I like this with less highlights, I think. Let me see. And then if we do surface finish, whoa, no. I'm gonna go darker. Whoa, no, not that. And reset the range. Put it back to 15. kind of like this. Let's keep going though, because I'm not going to stop until I'm fully satisfied. So, ooh, I like that better. What angle? I'm going to do... ooh, that's kind of nice. A little contrast there. Now we're talking. That, to me, that looks pretty cool. So, pause, center. I'll export it just like this. I'll do one like this, and then I'm going to do one for mobile as well. Oh, this is set to 15 seconds, so it's going to take a little longer to encode, but really not that bad. It used to take, I had it at one point, it took a whole lot longer. All right, we're going to zoom, actually, let's zoom out. I want to capture the full shadow. See how that looks. Maybe not necessary. You go wider. Maybe that's a better way to do it. Or super wide, then we can zoom in. Yeah, I don't hate that. And I'll show a little feature I added. You can now inspect and see the size of things. So 65 millimeters, 50 by 50, and in the settings you can change between millimeters and inches. So 2 inches, 3 inches. And on that note, I'm going to save this as is. And actually, before I go to the next thing, I don't love that. I was gonna change the, I meant to change the, I'm gonna change the background. Okay, I've got an idea. We're gonna change the background to the chocolate. I mean the model to that, and then I'm gonna go into custom background, set it to like a dark one. Well, no, I like that one. So let's export, save. Will this save? Maybe I'll make this something like save to the cloud, but for now, I like keeping it simple, so I can keep troubleshooting things easily and not have to deal with the cloud side of things. Also, it's better for security for me and for anyone else. Okay, so what I'm gonna change now is put this to vanilla, because I kind of think that's kind of cool. And if we hit play, the glossiness will be more apparent. That's kind of cool. Let's see. I'm going to export this centered. Yeah, we'll export this like this. Now I don't know if it's going to be matching the other one, but I'm just going to export it anyways. So I export this one. Then I will go through and show my other demo that I've got. Save for scale. So let's go upload STL, and so I put another demo in here to show this. Open and create new. Alright, so this, I made a 2-scale Apple Pencil to show this miniature dresser that I have on printables, and I think this is a great this was a great example to demo for the textures for the app. So we'll go in and change this to Chrome, and then we can change the dresser color. What color? should this one be? It could be white, but oh, interesting. When I set it to clear, there is no surface finish, but if I go from clear, change the color, it is now custom, but there is no surface finish slider, so I'll need to fix that. But let's just do a different color then from custom. All right, and that's kind of silly. I'm not going to do that, but okay, it's going to be matte, and let's do like a dark green and see how that looks. Okay, and then turn on the model sync and change the model to the dresser. Ooh. Okay, that's a cool shot. I'm gonna save that just like that because I think that's sweet. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's save this. I'll save this one as a PNG for now. And export. Save. We're going to save this as a project. And then, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. Okay, we're going to center it. And, ooh, I wonder if center, being able to set like an anchor point would be kind of cool, because then you could center it yourself. Back to that. Might do that. Let's do a video. So, all right, we'll keep it at the lowish resolution for this one for the sake of time. Tempted to do the high one, but yeah, like that's pretty cool. Let's change the surface. Let's see if we change the surface. That's, so again, there's a bug. It's showing the wrong thing, but it's set to the band. I kind of like it. Let's see, auto brightness. Whoops, model sync, auto. That's kind of nice. And I'm gonna change it to dresser. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's save that one. And we'll export a PNG. I'm basically just forwarding all these at this point, but I can go back to it and reference it. The way I like to think about this is you want to capture those moments when you get, the way I experience it is like a little bit of joy. It is just like, ooh, that looks nice. Like there's just a feeling, a little excitement, and I think capturing that, and that is, again, that's the purpose of all of this, and that is in so many ways how I would describe the lack of taste when it comes to AI and generative art. It just, you cannot fake that just little bit of joy you get from creating something yourself or seeing what someone else created. Because when someone's making something themselves, even if they're using AI, if something gives them that little bit of enjoyment while they're making it, there's a good chance other people will too. And I think that that's the difference also between AI slop and I'll get off my soapbox now. Let's see. So I'm going to sample the current shade so that it becomes the new baseline. And then I can go even lighter. Oops, wrong one. I can go even lighter now. Let's see. Kind of like that. I want more contrast with the little metal band here. So let's see. We go. So with my Chrome, it appears that I have, yeah. So the preset I have is not complete grayscale, which you don't really see it at the lighter shade, but it definitely starts to appear when it gets darker. And I don't have an Apple Pencil with me right now, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have like a purple look to it. So I'm going to just, I'm going to go to custom and try to make it a little bit. Does it have a little bit of orange in it? I'm going to call this the joy of 3D modeling. And I need like a brush to hit against a metal easel. Ooh, okay, here's an idea. I'm gonna sample the green color, and then let's see, we are gonna go in and dial down the saturation. So let's try 5 and turn the shade down, and I might even go a little bit less. Let's see, 3. Okay, let's spin it and see how it looks spinning. Something not quite right. Let me see. Ooh, brightness, that looks kind of cool. Let's see. Contrast. Trying to just play around and see if. Oh, there's a good example of highlights. Sometimes it's not obvious at all, and this time it's very obvious when you change it. It's interesting. There's a bit of there's some blues in there, which I don't actually like. So I'm gonna turn the highlights down. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna just get it to be like this, and whoops. Okay, so shade. Ooh, there we go. All right, I kind of dig that. But there's something. Oh, contrast and highlights seem to affect the same thing in a way that I didn't realize. Oh, I actually like that. Let's see, play. It's very light. I'm gonna drop that. Let me just recenter them and see. The light height appears to be affecting that a lot. Ooh, that's good. Okay, that's better. I like that. So, again, we're going to recenter. All right, if we go into export, I'm going to just save it. And then, how does, space is supposed to rotate, but let's see. I want to see how this looks if I was to do a mobile shot of this. It lends pretty well to mobile. Let's do it. Oops. So pause, center. We're gonna grab a PNG, and then we're gonna grab an MP4, and let's go super high res and see how long that takes. It's that little warning there is to say it's gonna take a little while because of screen recording at this resolution, and I've definitely thought about what other kinds of animations to do here, especially for the longer ones, so it's not just boring and you're just waiting. Open to ideas or examples of good loading screens. Could make something 3D rotate. That could be on brand, I guess. All right, almost done. And save. Let's see. So that was 21 megs, and my estimate says 92. Again, that's a much better direction, or that is I'd rather be wrong in that way. So, all right. I think I'm gonna call it. That's it. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching.